So, welcome back, guys. And today, as I promised that we did on the weekend, Ken's really ain't going to be able to record much of the minute, so I promised him that I'd take over the channel. Today, we've got a quick deck list coming up. It's a Gardevoir / Ninetails. A Lowland Ninetails, should that say that. It's a little deck put together this morning. Won 4 out of 5 with it. I thought it was cool. Nothing major. Before we get into that, I want to mention that the Versus ladder has been reset, and it's Regirock EX this month, which is cool. You've got plenty of things you can put that into, especially the Buzzwole Icona update. That seems to favour that as well. Also, just as a quick reminder, Floatstones are there, and the Crimson Invasion packs are obviously on there. Just a quick look at Regirock before we look. Does 10 more damage for each of your fighting Pokemon, which is pretty cool. So, someone does 90 damage, it's going to do 100. Bedrock Press, I'm not a massive fan of it if I'm honest with you. During your opponent's turn, any damage done is reduced by 20. I don't know, 20 damage, I don't really see as... I'm not a massive fan of it. The reduced damage thing, it's like Komomo. Not Komomo, Jangmo, the little one. It does 30 less damage. Like, if they're going to hit you, it's good early game, but late game, not so much. Also, as you can probably see, I've got a Komomo Rayquaza deck going at the minute. Got a new deck one, just a quick sneak peek. Got a Yungoos in there, Volcanion. And the test deck, which is... I'm trying to get as many Fairy EXs and GXs together. Not really going as well as I planned with that one. I think I'm like 1 in 3 with it, so it needs a bit of tweaking. But before we start the episode, as always, I'm going to open some packs that I've got trade locked, so we'll open them up now. A choke, it's not really great, but it'll do. We're going to start with Burning Shadows. From Burning Shadows, I would love another Gardevoir, maybe a Rainbow Rare, but who knows? Who knows? I can't see me getting anything amazing from them. Dust Noir Hollow, I'd actually take that. I've got a few, but it's just one of them. Onto the Burning... Ooh, Guardians Rising, sorry, not Burning Shadows. To be honest with you, I'd quite like another Ninetails. I'm probably the only one left without a Lele. It just doesn't want to drop for me. And we get a Salazzle. Sliggoo's pretty cool. Multi-switch not available. Jangmo, nothing too major. I wasn't expecting anything. They're untradeable, although untradeable does seem to pay a bit. And exactly got loads and loads of them. So, we've got a Pumpkaboo, and we get a Katana GX, which is actually quite good. I'm not actually a massive fan of it personally. I don't really like it that much. So a quick look. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may discard a special energy from one of your opponents. That's not that bad. And you may shuffle this Pokemon for 70 damage for 3 as well. I think the best thing there would be the take a prize card. If you had a steel deck, you had one left, just bang it down, take the prize. But apart from that, I personally believe that card's trash. I suppose you might be able to get it going, saying that you can only take 1 GX attack per game. I don't know. I personally wouldn't go for it. I'm not saying it's a bad card, I'm just saying I wouldn't. I'm not a massive Steel fan anyway. So, we got the Guardi deck. We got 4 out of 5 wins, and we're going to give it a quick overview. So, in this deck, for Pokemon, I have 3 Eevees, 2 Sylveons. I like Sylveon, I love the magical ribbon. I think that if you pull an Eevee first turn, get a fairy energy on it, boosh. Pull 3 cards, you can pull a Rolts, good god man, a Rolts, a Rare Candy, and a Gardevoir. And you can have Guardian 2 turns. You could also go Fairy Garden if you need a Guzma, if you need... You can almost predict you got to predict the future with it, but Fairy Wind's still a good attack. You whack a Choice Band on there, that's 140. Play a GX, bench Pokemon, especially if it's evolution lines. I've done it before where someone's had 2 Garchomps on there. I'm just like, nah mate, go on, back to the bench. And he actually quit, which is quite nice. So, obviously, we've got the Gardevoir evolution line with Secret Spring, one of my personal favourite cards ever made. Personally, I love fairy cards, so I've got 3 of these in real life. This is my actual main deck in real life, apart from the Ninetails. I rock just a fairy deck with Xerneas and Xerneas EX. I think I have a break in there maybe as well. Actually, no, I took the break out. I literally used Geomancy Xerneas. That was it. You got Infinite Force, so it does 30 times the amount of energy attached to both Pokemon. This can get actually really out of control, especially if they're using things like Lele and they're actually using Lele for attack instead. Or you get a Gardevoir versus Gardevoir combo. Pretty strong, because they're obviously trying to both power up their Gardevoirs, and you've probably got 3 or 4 energies on each. So it can get out of control. And my personal favourite, Twilight GX, right? If you're against the Night March deck, it ain't gonna help you whatsoever. If you're against the Garbotoxin deck, this shit will help you. Shuffle 10 cards. So if I'm against Garbotoxin, I will literally shuffle every item card I've got in my discard back into my deck, and it basically nullifies the deck. That is it. Simple as that. We have got 2 Alolan Vulpixes. I actually have 2 Vulpixes in my decks regardless, just for Beacon. Let's search for 2 Pokemon, reveal them, and then put them into your hand. I really like this card. I think it come out in, was it Burning Shadows? But, honestly, even if you don't rock a water deck at all, make sure you get a Vulpix in there. Search depth 2 Pokemon, bang them on the bench. This is an easy setup card. If you get it first turn, it's cool. It requires no energy, and at worst, it's got 1 retreat cost in case you don't have Float Stones. And probably the weird one for me, the Ninetails GX, right? I love Ice Blade, and I love Blizzard Edge, right? Ice Path GX, I don't think it's a great GX move, unless you've literally got it to 180. It's not the worst, I'm not going to lie to you, but I do like my Ninetails. This is my personal favourite one, still catches people out, and I don't know how. Prevents all attack from EX and GX attacks, and Aura Beam. Like the Aura Beam 80, I actually think that's quite an expensive move for what it is, but on the overhaul, Luminous Barrier is what you use this for, right? I've seen people use it with Decidueye GX. They've got 4 Decidueyes on the bench. They've got this Luminous Barrier up. They're countering all the time. If they've got a Guzma, they're just swapping out again, and they're just literally pinging arrows. It's quite medieval, but the fact is, I still really rate this card. Although a lot of people don't, right? It's up to you, but a lot of people do come unstuck. So that's the Pokemon I've got in it. It's basically 3 evolution lines, which is Sylveon, Gardevoir, and Ninetales. For trainers, I still love my Field Blowers. I think they're essential to a deck, really. Enhanced Hammers. I only have 2 in the deck. Don't really fancy much more. Plenty of energy retrieval just in case I get an early ping with like a Curlier and I've started to power it up with 2. Obviously got a couple of rare candies in there for the Gardevoir line. Professor's Letters helps me draw energy. Obviously if you've got 2 Gardevoirs on the bench, you can potentially put 3 energy on. Well, you can potentially put 4 if you put a DCE on. But you can put 3 or 4 energies on per turn with 2 Gardevoirs, so you need to keep that energy focus flow, and that's why I've got energy retrieval in there to help me. Wrong one. Energy retrieval in there to put 2 basic energy cards from the discard pile back into your hand. It's all about energy. It's almost like the Kiowa Fire deck, the way I like to play it. I love the Kiowa Fire deck because it's constantly recycling energy, and I like that sort of thing. I've got 3 Sycamores, 2 Ends, 2 Leals. Leal, or Lily, I only use on the first turn. You get 8 cards. By the time you've used your hand, you can potentially draw up to 13 cards on the main go. I've had it where I've put 3 bench Pokemon down, I've put an energy on and a choice band, and you've just spammed it up for another 8. It really is good on the first turn. Not so hot on the others. I'd probably pick Cynthia now. Maybe even I'd probably still pick Cynthia now. I've got my Full Art Lemur in there. Each player shuffles their hand and draws 6 cards. If tails, they draw 3. I literally only have that in there because I like the full art. Got the Guzmas in there. I was going to go with Lysander, but it's a standard format. Lysander isn't standard. Enough said. Full art How. Pulled him the other week. I dig his vibes. I love the Alolan Raichu there. And 3 choice bands. I never go with more than 3 because you don't really need them. Gardevoir is powerful enough that they don't need a choice band. Sylveon does need a choice band with a 110 attack. And again, Alolan Ninetails. 160, I personally don't believe that needs it. Ice Blade, 50 damage to one of the bench your opponent's Pokemon. If you pick bench one, honestly, the choice band's irrelevant anyway. And for coin, I've gone with Shebe. I was going to go with the Ninetails one there, but I love my Shebe coin. For deck boxes, I've gone with... We're going to go with the Tapu Koko. And for card sleeves, as always, Mellow Air. Energies, we've got 2 DCEs, 7 Fairy, 4 Water. The 4 Water I've just put in there for the Ninetails, because obviously they need... I believe it's only 2 between them, or 3, sorry. But the fact is, you can put them on the Gardevoir, still power it up, you can still use it on the Sylveon, so that's fine with me. So, we're going to save the deck up, and we're going to get into a game. So, I'll join you back when we get in a game, and peace. So, we are back, guys, and welcome. I didn't really see what he had. I'm going to presume a poison deck, which leads me to believe it's probably... I'm going to say a poison deck instead of a psychic deck. We've got a roll straight away, which isn't great, but we've got the rare candy, so we might have a 2-turn Gardevoir. If we do, fantastic. If we don't, 50-50. Problem is with the Rolts and Curlier, they're not powerful. They haven't got the hit points, they haven't got really anything. And if he pulls something amazing here, we could actually be 2-turned, which isn't great. So he's got a Toxapex deck. We've got the Eevee, which we wanted. We've also got Fairy Garden. We'll evolve that into a Sylveon. And like I said, guys, in the last episode, you've got to make sure when you're looking through your things, just have a look what you got. So we know we've got 2 Sylveons, we've got 2 Gardevoirs, and we've got both Ninetails. So that's not in our prize cards, right? You go to your energies, we've got 5, we had 7, and we've got 3. So we know 3 of the prize cards are energies. And I know I had 2 DCEs, so there's another one, so that's 4. We have 3 Sycamores. We've got an N in the prize cards. Just have a look through. You know your deck. And make sure you know. If you know what you've got in the prize cards, you can adapt your play. So we've got a Sylveon, which is cool. We're not going to Professor's Letter, because I don't think it's a waste of a card at the minute. If he ends on first turn, it's cool anyway. But if not, we'll put our energy on Rolls. We'll retreat it. Because even though Fairy Garden, love it. But you got to have a Fairy Energy attached to it to get the free retreat. So he's brought out that. I'm going to presume Espeon. Oh, Mewtwo and Mega Mewtwo. Curious. I do like the Scattershot ones. Kenzie's absolutely fucking in love with it. I'm not 30 times the amount of energy attached to this Pokemon. I think it's cool, but I don't know. So what we're going to do, we're going to retreat that. Bring out the Sylveon. We're going to Magical Ribbon. And we want a Gardevoir. We want a Rare Candy, which we have. So that's even better. I'm going to say a Sycamore and... we're going to say Choice Band. Actually, no. We're going to get double colourless. Yeah, we'll get the DCE, because we've got the Professor's Letter. He can't see what we've got. So, hopefully, unless he ends... We're actually in good shape. And he's Cocooned, which is even better for me, personally. Because that means I've got a, 3-turn Gardevoir. I should have probably got a Guzma out. He's got the Toxapex GX. Yeah, cool. I do like the thingy. Has he got the Spirit Link on? Yes, he has. So he's not going to end his turn. 10 times the amount of energy attached to both Pokemon. This attack isn't affected by weakness. So we've got to be really, really careful here, guys. We've got to be really careful. One Guzma, we're done. So I don't want to power up that Gardevoir just yet. I'm gonna play it safe. We're gonna play a GX, and we're gonna put them 2 back on the bench. I know I should have probably picked Marinia, but we don't want that Mewtwo on the bench, not yet. We've got the Gardevoir out. If we power that up anymore, it means he's still got another turn to get a thingy, which means we can Guzma, which is nice. It gives us just that little bit of breathing room. Because if he hits our Gardevoir, just remember it can hit us for what we can hit it for. Which, I want to take that off there, because we don't want the Mewtwo Spirit Link. We'll put the Fairy Energy on that. We'll Sycamore, see what we get. We'll see what we get on the Sycamore. We've got a Guzma. We have actually got a Guzma. Ooh. We'll get the 11 Vulpix down. We've got the Curly, a second one. We'll put that on there. So that'll be 90, 120. 120. Have we got another DC in here? No. We have got a Gardevoir though, so actually, do we have a Professor's Letter? No. We'll save on that. We'll grab a Professor's Letter. And we're gonna grab, we've got the Vulpix. We've got the Fairy Garden. We've got the Guzma. I don't really know what to grab here, apart from, we'll get the Energy Retrieval and the Enhanced Hammer. It's an awkward one, because we could have grabbed the other Gardevoir, right? But I don't want to put all my cards on one deck. The fact is, we've got a Curlier. He hits it, cool. He could draw that out right now, and it's ended his turn. So we've got 2 on that, so that's 60 damage. Plus mine, it's 210, so 5 times 3 is 15. I don't want to... 210 I could get off that, and it's 210. We could actually kill it this turn. Yeah, let's do that. Right, so what I'm going to do, it's a good trick. With a Gardevoir, you'll put an energy on it, and then you'll Secret Spring another one onto it. Alright, so that's 4, 5, 15, 210. Alright, we've got the Guzma. Let's bring it out. And this is where you got to play smart. If he's got something like a Mega Mewtwo that can do 10 times 30 damage times the amount of energy, you've got to take it out, guys. You've got to be smart about it. He's put all his eggs in one basket with the Mewtwo, and there we are. We get our first victory. And what do we get for a card? I'm going to guess coins. 25. But we all knew that he was putting his Mewtwo on the line there. So we're just going to jump straight into another one, I think, and see how it goes. I don't know. We've got the advantage. He's got a water deck. I'm going to guess it's an Empoleon deck, personally. Could be a Manaphy sort of thing. Might have Starmie with Beacon. I really don't know at this point. I love the Manaphy EX. I think the free retreat costs, it's arguably better than... You lost the coin flip, that's cool. Hopefully you'll get a mulligan. We can see what's going in there, but the deck box isn't too... Oh. And it's a good start for us, guys. We've got that. Cheers. We've got Rolts on the bench. We don't have a Fairy Energy, which is like, oh, but I'm not... Oh, he has actually have to have mulligan. So we can have a look at his cards. See what he's got. Ah. Alright, so he's got a Greninja Break deck. It's OP, but I think we can do it. I'm not too sure. I don't really have a strong matchup against Greninja Break. I don't know why. I just can't seem to figure out the break on it. Hopefully. Yeah. And we've got the Fairy Energy we need as well. So he has got the Staryu for the Starmie Beacon. He's got Froakie. It's a shame, actually, because... The Ninetails would have been a good start for us. Right, so we want Energy Evolution on you. And like I said before, guys, make sure you have a quick look for your deck. We've got 2 Sylveons, 2 Thingies. No Gardevoir GX, which is a bit of a... we've got a Fairy Garden. Yet again, 1 energy's in the trade. It's not that bad. I'm more bothered about my Gardevoir being in... I have had it where both my Gardevoirs have been in my trade pile. It's like, come on. But at the minute, we need to just stop this, because as soon as he gets to... Ooh, look at that. As soon as he gets to Water Shuriken, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much all she wrote. But we're gonna try and stop that. We're gonna try and do it nice and methodical. We'll get the Gardevoir up next turn. We'll start hitting Infinite Force. We only need 2 energies on it to do it. I'm not sure what the Greninja Break HP is. I think it's 140. Not too sure. He's going to evolve that and do water duplicates. I'd almost put money on it. Yeah. Each basic player has no abilities. That's fine. And he's going to Sycamore his whole hand away. Let's see what he had in his hand. Oh, he's got 170 hit points. That's actually problematic. Then water duplicates get led to Frogadier. No? Maybe? It's got, yeah. Now that the beacon. Yeah. It's a standard deck. I know it inside out. I used to play with it. But just can't seem to break it. It's weird. Just can't. Now he's got his rescue stretcher. Water duplicates. So he's got 3. That's fine with me. Right, so we've got the energy evolution, which sucks a bit, but we'll get the Guardi out, and I don't know if it's just 110 that. Start pinging. Yeah, I tell you what, we'll start hitting everything on this for 110. Because the Guardi, we can power that up. I know it's 170, it's still quite a lot of damage to make up, but and we want Fairy. Yeah. So we're gonna hit it. It's cool. Hopefully we can pick out on Ninetails. It's not what we really wanted. There's the Fairy energy I said we had in the prize cards. The prize card situation is ridiculously easy. You just need to know your deck inside out. If you're a new player, I'd always recommend just playing with something cool. Probably a theme deck. I love the Garchomp thing at the minute. I think it's pretty cool. It's probably going to water duplicates again. Or no, he's going to evolve it, isn't he? Yep. Which is cool. And he's probably got a break. So we got choice band irrelevant. DCA. Right. I'm gonna play this super dirty. He's gonna hit me. Fair enough, right? But when my Guardi comes out, hopefully he'll kill this. We can energy retrieval 2 fairy energies, and we can bang him on it. Done. Job's good. Because he knows now that he's got at least 2 turns till he puts his Starmie down and his Greninja. Because obviously he water duplicated it, which means he needs a Froakie. And that means Froakie into a thingy unless he's got rare candy, which he might have. But unfortunately for him, it's still not good enough. It's quite annoying what I've just done to him. It really is. But just one of them things. Right, so he's got his breakout, so that's 170. He's probably going to hit my Gardevoir with a giant shuriken, let's be honest. No. Alright, he's took the prize card. That's fine. That is perfectly fine with me. So that's 130, 140. Minus another 60, that's 80. I'd leave him with too much health, but I'm fine with that. I don't think he can get my Guardi out straight, so maybe we could do with that other rare candy and get a second Gardevoir up. Like I said, energy retrieval. Let's get them 2 fairy energies. Use that for secret spring on you, mister. And infinite force. 150, which means he's dead next turn. If he can't take out my Gardevoir with 230 hit points. He can do 90, 110 plus 60 for the water shuriken, so 170. He can almost do it. It's not. If he chooses to take out one of my rolls, I think he's a bit of a fool, because the only thing I've got left is my Gardevoir. But who am I to tell him? Do you know what I mean? He can get a Greninja breakout next turn anyway, so maybe. The thing I can't stop with the Greninja deck is just genuinely it's just the pingers. I can't stop things coming in at my bench. Mr. Mime would probably solve that, but to be honest with you guys, I don't really come up against it enough to say, alright, I need to do this. It's just like we've had a Raticate break deck, we've had today's been actually quite weird, because I've seen all these like older sort of decks. It's like, what? To be honest with you, I think I might just have to take the Sycamore. We'll put the water energy on just to get the extra hit points. Sycamore. Hope we get like a. That's not really what I wanted. At least you can't water shuriken that straight away. I shouldn't have put that on my bench. Shit. We'll secret spring. Guardi. We're gonna have to. We've got all our eggs in one basket now. We're gonna infinite force for 210. So as long as he's got an energy on it, we can hit for 210, which is nice. We've got a Guzma. I think we might actually stand a chance, right? As long as he does not put that break down. If he puts the break down, but in reality, he must have gone through some Greninjas and that now. So he's got one Frogadier, one Greninja. He actually hasn't though. It's the worst thing. He's got a Froakie. I think what I might do next turn, if he doesn't kill the Guardi, which I don't think he will, is use Space Beacon, so that's another energy. I'll Guzma. And prey on an energy. I think that's the best way I can do it. And we got one. Go on, M. Right. So I want you out. That's a 1 retreat cost. Curlier. We'll put that on the Curlier. We'll retreat cost. Get the Guardi out. Infinite force. That means he's still got another turn till he gets his Frogadier out. And we're just going to have to keep playing it methodical. One step at a time. So what's he got in there now? 2 Greninja, 2 thingies, 1 break. So he's still got 2 water duplicates. I suppose he has actually got 2 water duplicates left in his deck, has he? No, he's got 1. That still gives him another turn to get out of his thingy. Hopefully We get another Guzma. Oh, he's got one in his prize cards. That sucks. That sucks for him. To be honest with you, we take out that Frogadier. Your practice opponent's paralysed. Nah, come on, give me a break. Right. So let's get the Vulpix out. We take out that Frogadier, we win. Because there's no way you can get a Greninja. Can't retreat. Can't attack. 140 health, so he's got 90 hit points left. I personally think he's probably in a bit of desperation right now. Let's go with a Lil. See what we get. Field Blower doesn't really help us. Actually, it does. We don't need a Choice Band. We don't need that. So just get rid of them anyway. Let's get the V Beacon up. And that's about all I can do this turn. Just a bit of pray to the god sort of thing. The next time he does it, he's got a Greninja. Shit. Depends if he's got the break. Of course he's got the break. We both know it. Yeah, he's got the break. To be honest with you, the Shadow Shuriken one does a lot better. I believe he's actually got the Wave Slash deck for this one, but I just need to get rid of that Greninja and have one before he gets rid of my Gardy. At the minute, I'm honestly just not sure. Alright. B-Tails. Yes! Alright. 68 points left. Right, you can kill it with that. I need a Staller, but I can't afford to stall too long. We're gonna howl. It's not what we wanted. It's not what we wanted at all. I tell you what we'll do. We're gonna prey on the gods here. We're gonna retreat the Gardevoir, so it'll take it back down to 120 HP. We're gonna put the Sylveon up. Alright. Secret Spring one onto Sylveon. Use Magical Ribbon. Get the Guzma we need. Get the DC to replace the one we've just lost. And get a Fairy Garden. Yeah, I think that's the best. Yeah. At the end of the day, we just need to pray that he don't get a break and he doesn't kill the Gardevoir. If he does, fair play, we come close. But at the minute, if he don't break it, we've got a good chance. He's got a break. It's over, guys. It's a shame. But the principle's the same. A lot of luck goes on it. I believe the cards didn't really pull for us this turn, but who knows? He might forget to just attack it. But no, that's it. That's unfortunate. Well played. We got a defeat on the final game, but I still rate the deck. A lot of people would be like, I'm not really sure, but I still rate the deck, guys. It needs tweaking, definitely. So we're now 4 out of 5 with it. Did we just... No, we didn't play with that one. We played with this one. I still rate the deck. It needs a lot of tweaking, granted. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Make sure you give us a like and subscribe. We are officially on Twitter and Instagram, so make sure you follow us. We are at TheGameGuys Official. I'll leave a link in the comment box below. If you have any certain decks that you want doing, I'm currently on a Garchomp Lucario thing, customizing a theme deck, and I'm going to see if I can get the Komodo Rayquaza, and I've got a little fire thing going. Let's see if we can give you a sneak peek. No, since it's expanded, so we'll just have a look. might be this one. Got the Marowak in there, yeah. So just a sneak peek. But yeah, tell us what you think, and thanks for watching.